What's up, Steeler fans? Coach Kevin Smith with you doing another call sheet breakdown of potential draft prospects for the Steelers. This one is a name we've been hearing a lot of over the last couple of weeks. Duke offensive lineman Graham Barton, a left tackle who made over 2,000 snaps at the tackle position in college, but he's being projected more as an interior lineman in the NFL, over 400 snaps at center for Barton as well. Somebody the Steelers would probably be interested in on the inside, on the interior. And one reason they like him, because two-time All-American, he's young, just 21 years old. He's big at 6'5" and 314 pounds, but he's incredibly athletic. His 9.99 RAS score, you see that on the diagram or on the graphic below, ranked in the 99th percentile of all offensive linemen. That's a score that is used to gauge the athleticism of these prospects. And so Barton is going to be one of the most athletic linemen that you'll see. So let's take a closer look at Graham Barton. So if I had to come up with one word to describe Barton's play, it would be relentless. He is a guy who plays to the echo of the whistle. He is a finisher. Watch him here at left tackle. This is just a simple zone run. He's going to climb to block this linebacker right here. It's just going to be a zone run to the right of the offense here. And Barton's ability to lock on to guys and stay on the block is one of the best of all the linemen I've seen in this draft. Again, there you see him climb to the backer, move him, hands on, finish the block. He is a finisher. If there's one thing that Pittsburgh Steelers fans are going to love about this guy, it is he is relentless to the echo of the whistle. I'm going to show you 3 or 4 examples of Barton just manhandling guys and just driving them, either off the football or in this instance, out of the frame. Watch what he does to Florida State's edge player here. By the way, all these clips taken from Duke's game against Florida State last year. And Florida State had a great defense, including a couple guys like Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, who are going to be high draft picks in the upcoming NFL draft, and Barton afforded himself really, really well. Watch him on this one. He's just going to take this Florida State edge player for a ride, turns him out, and then relentless leg drive. That's something that you see, blocks him out of the screen there. That's something that you see from him on a regular basis, man. Just this motor, locked on, and now moving him out of the screen. Something that you just really can't teach in a lot of you guys is this type of resilience, and Barton's got it. Watch him here, man. Talk about a motor, right? Guy with a motor, something that Steelers fans are going to love. This is a wide zone run. He's going to reach to his right. But again, he initially tries to cut off his defender. You see him cut him off there. But now watch him finish. Follow the play. Chase the play, man. Chase the ball. That's something you hear offensive line coaches teach their linemen all the time. Chase the play. Chase the play. Find that extra block. Who knows? Maybe there's a fumble and you fall on the ball. But again, it's effort. Whistle. A snap to whistle effort, have a 6-second mentality, right? Most plays last 6 seconds. Have a 6-second mentality. Barton's got it. One more example here about finishing, right? Finish your blocks. Here he is, left tackle. And again, nothing spectacular here, but just another example of how everything goes to the whistle. Everything winds up hands on. He's got his hands on the edge player here until the whistle blows, and then finishes with a shove. You like to hear coaches talk about that. Finish with a shove. Why finish with a shove? Because that allows everybody to know that you've got your hands on the player the entire time through. One of the interesting matchups in this Duke FSU game was Barton against Jared Verse, right? Verse, the edge player. Here's Verse right here. Here's Barton. Verse is going to be a first-round draft pick. Some mocks have had him up as high as in the top 10. But Barton afforded himself really well. Here's a good pass pro rep of Barton against Verse. A lot of people think that Barton can't be an edge player in the NFL because he's not long enough. But this is a really great rep. He shut Verse out. No sacks by Verse in this contest. And what I really like about this rep, you watch him right here as he kind of gets knocked back. You see Barton a little bit back on his heels right here at this part of the rep. Verse is winning the inside leverage. But look at Barton's base. Look at his feet down here. He's gonna be able to stuff this pass rush because he gets a nice wide base, and that's what he's going to need if he's going to play on the interior. If he's going to be an interior lineman, a center in particular, he's going to have to be able to thwart big NFL one techniques and getting that nice wide base like we see here in this rep against Verse is what's going to allow him to be able to do so. Here's one more rep with Barton at tackle that just showcases his physicality. Again, this is him blocking Verse, not 4 there, but Verse got his hand in the dirt on a 3rd down play. Watch Barton get off the football and just knock Verse back, eventually pancakes him. Again, this is an NFL first-round pick. I know Jared Verse more of an edge guy than he is an interior lineman. He wants to use his speed and quickness and not necessarily his strength and brawn. But look at Barton get off the ball. A little too far forward there, maybe in his lean. You know, you kind of like to see him not wind up on the ground there. But boy, you can't fault the get off, right? The jolt, right? I mean, look at this win right here off of first contact. That is a huge win off of first contact for Barton. Look at the explosion, the extension in the hips. I mean, that looks like a clinic drill for how to really extend and get leverage. Wonderful rep here by Barton against Jared Verse. The projection for Barton, though, is that he's going to be an NFL center. And to find him playing center, you got to go all the way back to 2020, his freshman year. He didn't take any reps at center over his last 3 seasons, but he started 6 games at center, took over 400 reps there for Duke. Again, as an 18-year-old freshman, that's really impressive. Here he is playing against Miami. This was a different Duke offense. They didn't run a lot of downhill stuff, not a lot of gap stuff, but they did run a lot of wide zone, and that's going to be a really instructive technique for him to have mastered given the amount that Arthur Smith is expected to run. Watch him. This is an awesome reach block on an outside zone play. He's actually going to reach the 3 technique, get to his outside shoulder on a wide zone run moving in this direction. He's going to get to the outside shoulder of the 3 technique and turn him to create a nice little lane for the back. This is a great block. Watch his quickness and the leverage with which he manages to play on this block. Look at it. Look at him, man. Look at him flip his hips. That's really impressive stuff. When you talk about athleticism on an offensive lineman, that is good stuff. Again, this is an 18-year-old freshman right here, turning that 3 technique. Really, really wonderfully done with his feet and his hips. When he gets to it, that position, look at that turn right there. I mean, that is excellent stuff. And I know the back's going to get caught up on the backside here, but just to create that lane from the center is a really, really impressive and difficult block to make. Here's another example of his really good mobility here playing center, right? This is a different block here. He's going to chip this 1 technique, right? This backside 1. The run's going to come in this direction. So he chips the 1, and now he's going to climb up, and he's going to pick up this linebacker. Just showcasing his athleticism. Watch how fluidly he does this, right? And is able to turn the backer inside. All right, again, watch. And now as he's working off the block here, starts to climb. At the impact point, I don't love this. I don't love this at the impact point. Again, this is 18-year-old Graham Barton. He's a little high. The hands are outside. Ideally, you want to see him be lower with those elbows in, and he kind of gives up the leverage here. But watch how quickly he recovers and is then able to pin that linebacker inside, right? Turning and pinning the backer right here in order to create a nice little lane for the back. Again, this is really good stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Right there again, man. Just the body positioning to create the alley for the running back on the second level is pretty good for, an 18-year-old. Really impressive from Bart. Watch this one. This one shows good football IQ. This is another wide zone run. Ton of that in the scheme from Duke a couple years back. Barton is the center. He should get help on this 3 tech. Barton's job is to reach the 3 tech right here. He's got to get help from this guard. That left guard's got to be able to post that 3 tech long enough to allow Barton to take him over. The left guard provides no help. The 3 tech gets a full charge upfield. But watch what Barton does. Smart football right here as he just runs him across the ball rather than try to reach him. Again, no help from, look how quickly there's the guard right there. The guard pretty much has whiffed and allowed now the 3 tech to penetrate in the backfield. Barton can't reach him. So what he does instead smartly is he just runs his feet, and now he runs the 3 tech out of the play, and that therefore creates then the cutback lane. You see Barton here pancaking him on the ground. Here's the back up the field. He's created that alley by being able to run his feet. It's smart, a smart block by Barton. One more time. The scheme didn't exactly happen the way they thought it would, but he improvised and he used his athleticism to make an effective block. Last clip here, Barton in pass pro. He's going to work against a bull rush right here. This is where you say, all right, is he going to be able to hold up on the interior? This is good stuff from Barton. Gives up a little bit of penetration early on. That's fine. That's going to happen. But watch him anchor his base in and watch him drop his base in order to anchor in and be able to win this rep back. And we'll go slow, right? Watch him right there. Look at that wide base that Barton establishes. Right, that thwarts the push of the defensive lineman and really allows Barton to win the rep. I mean, the quarterback runs it into a sack there. I mean, I know he winds up, he actually throws it away at the last second. Looks like a bad rep, but with the quarterback escaping up into the pocket, right, it kind of compromises what Barton is trying to do here. But again, this is a really good rep, and it's encouraging. Again, nice big anchor. He's covering up the feet of the defender, which means he's stayed square and he's got that defender blocked up. And that this bodes well for his ability to handle powerful interior rushers in the NFL. So again, Graham Barton, the prospect out of Duke, the Steelers are said to really be enamored with him because of his versatility, that he could play tackle, guard, or center. He could be a guy who, if they sign a veteran free agent center, that maybe they allow him to sit for the first quarter of the season and get acclimated to playing center again. But he is a relentless blocker, a tremendous athlete. He appears to have the strength to be able to play on the interior. And again, Graham Barton could be the guy in the first round for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, this is Kevin Smith with another call sheet breakdown. If you get an opportunity, man, please subscribe to our FFSN and SCN Steel Curtain Network YouTube channels and check out my call sheet podcast, which runs every Thursday. All right, thanks. I'll be back with another breakdown shortly. Take care, everybody.